first place in one season. USA Today Sports ranked the 2015 last place teams with the best chance of finishing first in their division in 2016, to Skip's pleasure and Darren's as well. The Cowboys have the best chance to go from worst to first in the NFC East, followed by the Bucs, Dolphins, Bears, and Chargers. Darren Woodson now in the house here with us. Darren, your Cowboys getting a lot of love since they got Ezekiel Elliott.
Absolutely. We've had a good time with it. But listen, let me say this before we get started.
Do it.
Got a friend named JD. Is my camera right here? My friend JD picked it in January. He said that the Cowboys would draft Ezekiel Elliott. I lost the bet. JD, you won the bet. Here I am on your favorite show, First Take. Gave you some love.
Now, I think you just paid off the bet.
I just paid off the bet right there. But listen, I think right now with the Cowboys, of course, going into the draft, everyone was thinking quarterback, maybe a defensive player in Jalen Ramsey because of the depth, because they have no depth on the defensive side of the ball. The Cowboys pushed all their chips in and basically said, we're going offense. We're going to try to recreate what we did in 2014 with DeMarco Murray, physical running game. Let Tony Romo sit back, dump the ball off here and there, but let the offensive line do what they do best, and that's run the football and be the physical bunch they are. Ezekiel Elliott brings that mentality back to him. I have this team moving back up and winning the NFC East this year simply because of what they do and what they're going to do on the offensive side of the ball.
You ended up liking the pick even though you didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming. I thought that they were going – first of all, I thought if Goff was there, they were going to pick a quarterback, or they would go Jalen Ramsey as a defensive player. But with Ezekiel Elliott sitting there, I can understand why they would push their chips in right now and say the window of opportunity for Tony Romo is small. It's closing. Jason Witten, it's closing. Let's go offense. Let's get back to what we did in 2014.
Okay, now let me bring Molly up to speed before Shannon speaks. This man sitting across from me had the audacity yesterday to pick your New York football Giants. He picked the Giants to win next year's NFC East. I was shocked. I fell off my chair when he made that pick because it is so wrong-headed. But I'll let him try to defend it now.
I mean, I'm looking at this list. They have the Cowboys 1, Bucs, Dolphins. Okay, Bucs, look who's in their division. Cam Newton just went to the Super Bowl MVP, Drew Brees. The Dolphins, who's in their division? Tom Brady, New England Patriots.
Yeah.
The Bears, who's in that division? Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
Come on, Skip.
Keep going down the list. Keep going.
The Chargers.
The Chargers got a shot.
Yeah,
of all those teams, they got a shot.
Yes,
Yeah, they
yes,
do.
You know it.
Yes, they do.
They improved a lot.
So all things being equal,
Go to the Giants, though. They've got Eli
if it was me, I would probably take the Chargers because, for the simple fact, Peyton Manning, right, he's the best quarterback in the division.
Right.
Peyton Manning left the Broncos.
That's right.
Yep.
Osweiler left the Broncos via free agency. They got Mark Sanchez, who somehow injuries just, I don't know how he hurt his hand, his non-throwing hand, lifting weights or whatever he was doing. Maybe he was doing jumping jacks or cartwheels, however.
But wait a second. How do you have surgery because you tore a ligament in your left hand, but you're going to be back in 7 to 10 days? This guy must be in a remarkable healing.
Don't get me started on that. So all things being equal, I would probably take the Chargers, but I'm going to get back to your Cowboys. You seem to think they can recreate this lightning in the bottle that they caught in 2014. He finished second in the MVP voting, did Tony Romo, 1,800 plus yards by DeMarco Murray. Defense played very well. So you're saying run Ezekiel Elliott, you get a healthy Dez Bryant, you can minimize the amount of snaps the defense is going to have to face because, Darren, let's be realistic, they're not very good.
Absolutely.
And I don't think, and they didn't get any better. So Ezekiel Elliott, he better be Rookie of the Year. He better put up 1,600 yards because if he doesn't, it could get real ugly for the team.
How about this stat called TOP, as in time of possession, that they dominated 2 years ago? Dominated the NFL time of possession.
But you need this thing called POINTS, points.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the Ezekiel Elliott comes in.
NSC defense.
I think that's what Skip just said. The time of possession is one. But the big play opportunities that they're going to have, and you know how this works.
Action.
The running game works when Ezekiel Elliott and that offensive line is crushing you at the line of scrimmage. Dez will have his one-on-one opportunities. And in seeing Dez a couple of weeks ago, the kid is ready. He's working out like you.
Okay.
No, maybe not like you. He's working out all the time. He's ready for this season to keep going right now. And I think there's a chip on his shoulder because last year I was a guy that said he fell out of the top 5 and 10 as far as wide receivers.
Well, he did.
Now he says, I'm back to being the old Dez.
By the way, we assume Dez can pass a PED test, though, as opposed to I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke.
He planted that seed.
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to say, did you hear what Skip Bayless said about Shannon Sharp?
Yeah. Nope, it's all natural. I know for a fact it's all natural. I admire what you do with your workouts. Yeah. And I watched him eat last night. It's as clean as a whistle.
Yep.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him back,
man.
Now back to what we're talking about. This is an unfair fight because when we're talking about teams that usually go from worst to first, it's because they get decidedly better through a draft or a signing, or they just sort of grow up, like your Cowboys, the '92 Cowboys. When I don't remember what they were, you were in '91, but I don't think you were worse because you almost made the playoffs. Yeah. They
didn't make the playoffs. They lost to Detroit.
Yeah. But my point is, you were ahead of schedule in '92, and one of those teams the Bucs, I don't know, could be just ahead of schedule. But this is an unfair fight because all Dallas needs to do is just get healthy, right?
Yeah,
if the quarterback and the receiver get healthy and stay healthy, and Dez had a second procedure on his Jones fracture, they all have to. Kevin Durant had one. You need two. Edelman had a second surgery. So I assume he's going to be near 100%. You think he will be. If he is, and the quarterback, obviously it's a big if, as you keep bringing up, but if the quarterback stays healthy, then they are going to, they would have walked away with the division last year. Yeah. You know it, and I know it. So this is like an unfair question. Yes, they're going to win the division.
Well, since you like to use ifs, if Molly's team, they had fourth quarter leads with less than 5 minutes. If they had held those leads, they would have walked away with the division. But you don't want to talk about that.
They didn't, because if I was Bill Gates, I'd be the richest man in the world.
The Giants.
Right?
Yeah.
You should know that.
Wait a minute.
What is it? If my dog had a, what is it?
Yeah, well, hey,
I don't know what it is.
But you didn't say that.
So is Shannon. Shannon's picking the Giants,
when
right,
when Tom Coughlin called that passing play and had Eli throw the ball to stop the clock, you didn't object to that, did you?
No, I did not, because what did Tony Romo then do?
Yeah, exactly.
He went the other way and threw a clutch touchdown pass to a tight end that you suggested yesterday might be way past his prime. Am I right? Jason Witten? He did. He suggested.
Look, let's be real. Okay? Let's be realistic. He's not the Jason Witten of 5-6 years ago.
I would agree with that.
Let it go, Skip.
He's not, Skip.
I would agree with that.
He's not.
I would agree with that. I still think he's the guy in the middle of the field that Tony Romo trusts. But as far as the big-time playmaker that he used to be, I would agree.
But Shannon questioned the quality of the receivers opposite Dez and Terrence Williams, and I didn't even bring up Cole Beasley because sometimes he drives me nuts, but I think that's enough quality to take enough pressure off Dez Bryant to be the deep threat again that he.
I think Dez is going to see more one-on-one coverages than he's ever seen. Planet. I just think that right now, with the way their mentality is up front and the way the offense is coming about this offseason, they could care less about 8-9 man fronts. I'm not saying they run the same way that the Broncos used to run. Right. You guys could care less how many guys he had in the box.
We run the football.
TD was getting the rock, and I think that's what they're trying to do right now. They want to run that box, run the ball, control the clock, play action, pass it down the field, and take advantage of those one-on-ones.
So, Darren Woodson, the New York Football Giants signed 3 guys for almost $200 million. Olivier Vernon or Vernon Olivier or one of those guys. I know, I'm kidding. But Janoris Jenkins and Damon Harrison. 0 Pro Bowls among the 3 and 0 playoff appearances among the 3.
How many Pro Bowls on your
what do you think? Well, I'm asking our expert here on the Cowboys, Darren Woodson.
Listen,
what do you think of the Giants?
I like the Giants and the decisions that they're making as far as trying to get back as far as the running game, getting the offensive line back healthy. That's been the key to this Giants team, is the personality and the culture of that offensive defensive front. The Giants were extremely good defensively in the past, and they dominated the front. Yeah. That's not the mentality anymore for the New York Giants. I think they're trying to get back there, but I think they're at least 2 years away from solidifying what they have up front as far as the physical guys that they need on the offensive defensive side.
But your Cowboys are ready to go this year with that defense.
They're ready to go.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Hey, like Super Bowl?
No, I'm not saying ready to go. I'm saying division. And let's not talk. I mean, the division winners. Let's give the Redskins some respect now. I mean, we have to give the Redskins some respect.
You blatantly disrespect
the Giants. I do, not the Redskins.
No, he likes Kirk better than Eli.
I do, because every third year, if you look at Eli's career, every third year he leads the league in interceptions. This is the third year.
You told me on this very show yesterday, what does history have to do with anything when I brought up the history of the...
Because it worked. It's the one guy who keeps doing it. You're bringing up history that doesn't apply
it's only when history works for him. Selective
No,
history.
it's the same guy. It's Eli. Every third year he leads the league. It's 3 times he's done it, and this is the 3rd year. So you trust Eli?
I always trust Eli.
And I think
I'd rather have Eli than Tony Romo.
Every fourth
I'd
year,
rather have
he
2
goes to
Super
the
Bowls
Super
than
Bowl.
none. What do you want
right now?
You've won a division like every 4 years.
I'm just saying, right now, you would trust, you like Eli and what he's done.
I'd rather have Eli Manning
I like
than
Eli's
Tony Romo,
body of work. Yes, I like what he's done as far as winning the Super Bowl championships.
Do you think he's more clutch?
Than Romo?
Game on the line or in the Super Bowl? Do you want Eli Manning?
Look, I mean, that's a hard question because you're right. He has the hardware.
Can't answer it.
You have the hardware. He has 2 rings.
Yeah.
He does have that. But I just think what he has around him and what Romo has around him this year, I think it's apples to oranges.
Victor Cruz, Odell Beckham,
We're not sure if Victor
Sterling
Cruz is coming
Shepard.
back and if he's healthy, if he's going to be fully healthy and ready to go. I think, of course, you got ODB out there, and he's an absolute monster. But
the
outside of
Oklahoma
that,
wide receiver that Skip loves, he's going to try to pretend he doesn't.
But once upon a time, I'm going to give you this. Eli Manning, in his first Super Bowl, closed his eyes and threw it as far as he could. Wait a second, and it's stuck. It's stuck in a guy's helmet. That's clutch. Is that clutch?
Skip,
is that
you
not clutch?
star in a commercial with him, and it's supposed to be all winners.
No, you ain't getting no doubt. No, I'm not down.
No,
it's
in the commercial.
He says it's the one even Skip can't deny. It's a Gatorade commercial. And he's with Eli.
he's with
he closed his eyes and threw the ball up
He
in the air.
did. You know he did. You know he did. It's all right.
All right, so you got your Dallas Cowboys winning the division.
Absolutely,
okay,
Molly.
We shall see. The Cavs, meanwhile, are yet to lose a game this postseason. So how much pressure is on LeBron to bring a chip to the land? We'll discuss next.